Hello, this is Mike Larson with Weiss Ratings coming to you at the Money Show Philadelphia. And I'm here with Tom Grimes from Reeves Asset Management. Tom, why don't you start by introducing yourself a little bit and explain what it is that Reeves does for the viewers
Sure,
here.
Mike, thank you very much. So Reeves Asset Management is a specialty equity manager based in Jersey City, New Jersey, that we've been in business since 1961, and our specialty has been in the utility sector, electric, gas, water, telephone stocks.
Okay.
And when we started managing money in 1978 for institutional investors, we added energy stocks, which is a nice offset because fuel costs are a big part of the expense structure of utilities, so we figured we wanted to have a hedge. If fuel costs were rising and hurting utilities, we would have something that would benefit from that. So we have, at the end of this year, we will have a 42-year track record managing portfolios in these sectors. And we're specifically at the Money Show, Mike, to talk about our most recently launched fund, which is an exchange-traded fund, an ETF,
Okay.
and it's actively managed, meaning we do the fundamental research and pick the stocks for the portfolio, as opposed to just tracking an index, which is what many passive
Sure.
ETFs do. And this one is specifically utilities,
Okay.
just the electric, gas, and water stocks. And
Okay.
we launched that 4 years ago. We just celebrated the 4-year anniversary of the launch.
Okay, perfect. And ticker symbol of that one?
It's UTES, UTES. The official name is the Virtus Reeves Utilities ETF. Trades on the New York Stock Exchange.
Perfect. Now, when people, a lot of times investors think of utilities, it's not the exciting sector of the market. They want to focus on tech or things like
Right.
that. But really,
Right.
in recent periods, utilities have been outperforming, right?
Yes.
I mean, what are you
Yes.
seeing happen that's driving that, and why do you, if you think that's going to be continued
Sure.
some area
Well,
of interest?
I think first off, we've been in a very long-term run of low interest rates, and that has caused investors to seek higher returns, especially from income-oriented securities. And CDs, money market funds, treasury securities are not throwing off enough income for your average retiree or person who needs reliable income. So they've moved up the risk curve into equities, and utilities are one of the highest yielding sectors in the equity market, number one, and also one of the most defensive sectors, meaning when the market goes down, utilities usually go down a lot less.
Yeah. So you've got income, you've got defensiveness. Any particular sort of subsectors within the utilities market that are either outperforming the most right now or that are the most interesting to you and your firm?
Sure. Well, our focus, Mike, really is looking for the highest quality utilities companies, and by that we mean those that operate in a region where the regulators give them a lot of support for what they want to do in their business. And utilities, as you know, grow their earnings by spending money, very different from companies in other sectors, meaning if they're going to close down old coal and nuclear plants and launch more solar and wind, which is the huge trend in the industry right now, they need to go to the regulator, get approval to spend that money, and then the regulators allow them to earn a return on the money they spend. The regulators love it because they want to take down carbon emissions, and by closing the older plants, such as coal plants, that's a big swing when you move to renewable sources. And there's certain states in the country that have been much more supportive of this. There's also efforts underway to modernize the grid. Aging infrastructure is a common theme in today's market, and the utility sector is one where we've had to upgrade a lot of transmission towers. We've had to do more hardening against storms. So Florida recovered very quickly a few years ago from major hurricane, whereas if they hadn't spent the money to harden the grid against the storm, it might have been weeks without power for many of the residents there.
Those are some great themes you've talked about. The ETF sounds like something definitely people should be looking into. Is there a website or a place that people can go for more information from your firm?
Sure. You can go to virtus.com, VIRTUS, and look for the ETF section, or you can go to reevesassetmanagement.com and you can see a link that will take you to the website about the ETF also.
Perfect. Well, Tom, thank you very much for your time, and thank you, viewers.
Sure, Mike.
Hope you
Thank
enjoyed
you.
the segment.